Alright, how you doing, people? Just give me a wee second, the usual here. Right. Right. I don't need that. How we doing, people? He's alright. Aye, is that me live, is it? Cheers, Des. How he's doing, people? He's alright. So, been a bit quiet through the Christmas period and whatever else. I needed a wee bit of time to reflect and contemplate and have a wee look back and a wee look forward and a wee look at what's going on right now. So I'm just going to mumble through a few bits and bobs, and then at the end of this, as I say, I'm going to get through these observations again, purely for the purpose of just editing it and taking that bit and putting it up on the main channel. So I know most of you have probably already seen it, and Dan has edited. Dan is Crazy Polish Flat Earther. That's his channel. He has edited one section of that, the observations, the Ailsa Rock observations, and put it up. So people should check out Dan's channel, Crazy Polish Flat Earther. As I say, I just wanted to be there for myself and for everybody else to see it as well. And again, people, I really need to encourage you to get offline, speak to the public, get observations, do your own tests. Don't get involved in the drama fest that's here. These people are only here to tie you up in knots. They're only here to bring people into the illusion that there's some sort of debate and objective reality, when it's not the case. Okay, nothing is going to change. Nothing is going to progress by keeping things online. Right? You have to get out and get active, and you have to get as many observations as you can. Right? Whatever we experiment or test, take some of the mainstream narrative, take some of their claims, and put them to the test. Upload your findings and flood the place with real, actual observations of substance, right? Something that the globe is sorely missing, right? And the reason that it's missing, obviously, is because it's just a cartoon. It's not real, right? So, sorry, we sent here. This is all part of it, just because it be second. Aye, so, well, before I get started, I'll come and I'll say hello to everybody, see who's here. Oh, shit. So, I hope everybody had a decent time. As I say, hope you spent it wisely with some loved ones and, you know, done what was actually important. So anyway, P900 Sandra, how you doing? Mega Noob, Yang Liang. Greetings all, haven't been on YouTube for a while. Is there anything significant that's happened that I've missed? Absolutely fucking nothing, Yang Liang. Nothing major is going to happen online, as I have just been saying. The progress happens when people get active, right? It's fine, you know, get things uploaded online so that, you know, other people have access to it, which is great, right? But as far as anything else, nah. I mean, again, my involvement in this from the beginning was because I seen there was characters here in the online scene trying to capture people's attention. So, you know, for me, I wanted to step in on that and give another option. Now, the only thing I want to facilitate here online is a platform for people to know each other, or to get a message out, get, you know, networking with each other, just as a hub for people to use. That's purely it. You know, the rest of it's just people's, you know, own endeavours. And I'm the same. I'll continue to upload some activism and observations and stuff like that. But it's only there to document. It's only there so that people maybe come across it online and they get the opportunity to view it. It's really not going to change anything. And these dipshits who keep professing this as a debate, you know, there's so much contradictions now. People should really be realising that this debate idea, it's not going to go anywhere. All it is idiots, you know, trying to piss further than each other. It's not going to fucking achieve anything, right? The only thing that it will achieve for anybody new coming in is more confusion, more doubt, which is maybe their desired effect, right? Because a debate is not going to further it. What these people should be putting their attention to is to progress this to, you know, a wider populace so that we can get it out in the open and dealt with once and for all. We're looking for the world to be looking at this, not a few characters on fucking YouTube, right? This has to be looked at openly and honestly by all, right? So, and that again is part of my contemplation and reflection over the last week, you know, having to gather myself again because, you know, I'm just the same as everybody else. I get through moments of doubt where you start to question, you know, what the fuck am I doing here? You know, I know what I want to know. I know what has to be done. But it just feels sometimes like the majority of people are not interested. What I see with the whole YouTube scene is that people are quite happy just to have figures of entertainment, right? And as I've said from the off, I ain't willing to fulfil that fucking role, you know, unless there's progress happening. You know, it's fine if people are entertained while we're making progress, but if it's just endless fucking entertainment, it's totally fucking pointless. So I get a wee bit disheartened by that. And I actually had discussions with my partner, you know, a couple of days ago saying, look, I don't know if my time with this is done because, you know, I don't have any direction. I'm not seeing enough from people. It's just the same old fucking nonsense over and over again. And people getting caught up in who the personalities are, being let down by their attachment to personalities or their want from personalities and all this, these complexities that I just don't have any fucking time for, right? They're boring. So you here, aye?
Oh, order.
Aye, that's right. It's difficult, you know, especially when it's been this amount of time and you've put a lot of effort, a lot of focus into it, you know, and you start to feel as if, you know, you're just constantly swimming against the current. Now that's not going to change anything, you know, the facts are the facts. The earth is not a nature-defying testicle zipping through the vacuum of space, you know, but how do we get progress? How are we going to achieve what we actually want to see, you know, what we want to get? Me personally, I need to establish where I'm, as I've said so many times, and feel free to challenge me on it. Your ideas and concepts of life are flawed if you do not have the foundation correct, right? If you don't know where you are, why you're here, what the games are, if there is any rules of the game, then what are you involved in? You know, and it's so sad and difficult to watch, especially through that Christmas period, you know, when you just watch people falling into the same repetitive patterns that have been fed to them. It's no coming direct from them. It's not something that, you know, that they're being original in. They're just taking part in concepts and ideas. And it just feels as if, you know, people are lazy, apathetic, you know, maybe just based out of fear. They don't want to figure anything out. They're just quite happy to be ignorant in life and bump from pillar to post, hoping to make the best of whatever they get along the road. And that's just not good enough for me. You know, unfortunately, I think too much. You know, I focus, I contemplate, and I just can't get my mind into accepting that bullshit. So, it's been a bit of a tough time. Other aspects that I'm going to touch in on tonight as well. This whole bullshit about what does it matter. I hear this from idiotic fucking people, and they must be idiots. You must be a total moron if you're asking what's the significance of what shape the earth is. That shows me how fucking deluded, how lazy, how apathetic, and what a waste of fucking space you actually are. Right? One thing that really got to me over the Christmas period, a friend of mine was senselessly murdered in the street a few months ago, right? Really nice guy, a gent of a guy, would never harm anybody. and he was senselessly stabbed in the fucking street, right, by some lost, confused fucking idiot, right? Now, that left 3 young kids, the youngest of which was 6 months old, and a partner. You have to deal with that. Now, you see the posts going up on Facebook, you see the harrowing heartbreak that has caused in it, and it really eats me up. Being a family guy and having to deal with that and contemplate that, it's no very fucking nice. So it leads you back into, why are people the way they are? Why is society so dysfunctional? Why are people so desensitized and dysfunctional? You know, is there elements that are just pure nasty and bad to the core? Are they a result of the conditions that they are born into through culture, through programming, through lack? You know, and it all tracks back to this. Who are we? Where are we? Why the fuck are we here? Right? The reason we have so much fucking dysfunction in what you call society is because people are running about with their heads up their fucking ass. They are just a result of a nonsense cult program, right? This globe cult and its fucking idiocy, its promotion of Darwinian evolution and survival of the fittest and do as they want and shite on everybody else and take what you can for you, and it doesn't matter because life's just a big fucking accident, right? All this spiritual narrative is what puts people in that place, coupled with, you know, a hierarchical structure, a monetary structure that goes to the few while the majority suffer, right? Creating lack, creating, you know, frayed families, frayed relations, frayed every fucking thing, because people are in a heightened state of stress and fear, anxiety, right? They're getting out their nut and alcohol and fucking drugs and just trying to escape the crazy fucking turmoil that we have to put up with every single day. And then you have fucking tragedies that happen and innocent people have to suffer, right? And it's not only those that are involved in things directly, it's people on the outskirts, people like myself that are looking on, feeling helpless, your heart bleeding for them, right? Torn out, because you know, if you would hate to be in that position yourself. So I know I'm using this one example, but it all ties into this fucking absolute bullshit about what does it matter? What difference does it make? And why would you lie? I don't give a fuck about any of that. And anybody who brings you questions like that is an illogical fucking tosser, right? They're not worthy of discussion whatsoever. So from now on in, you know, I've always had a zero tolerance for idiocy, but I tell you what, I am going to be fucking brutal with fucking idiocy from now on. The social commentary, you know, me putting my fucking 2 pence worth in, I'm going to be a brutal fucker, right? People are just not contemplating enough and realising enough the shit and the situation that we are actually in. Because your life's all right, no, it's not really getting to you until it's on your fucking doorstep. Part of the contemplation again is, do people really want unity? Do people really want to disband hierarchy and having stature and power over others? Do people really want that? Because I ain't seen any fucking evidence of that anywhere. All I see is narcissistic, self-centered dipshits, right? That are just grasping at whatever they can for themselves, self-gratification, without any long run, without any picture of where they're trying to go or what they're trying to achieve. Share, like, subscribe, pay PayPal, fucking donate to me, look at me, I'm an internet fucking celebrity. It's fucking pathetic. Really is fucking pathetic. And the amount of people who are professing, I'm a truth seeker and I'm real. Fuck off. You're no fucking real. You're deluded. And I'm going to fucking start telling you, and I'll tell you exactly who it is that's fucking deluded. Because these fucking clowns are contributing to the bullshit and hindering actual progress because they're too interested in their wee selfish fucking needs. How about you realign your selfish fucking needs to be equality, understanding, compassion, resolve? How about that? I mean, honestly, you know, I sat here in tears the other day having to read some of that stuff on Facebook in regards to that the friend of mine who was taken needlessly, right? And it's fucking harrowing and it's heartbreaking, right? But again, it's a result of this fucking bullshit, right? That people are being subjected to. You know, this political correctness and you know, a man can't be a man. You're not allowed to speak your fucking mind. You're not allowed to stand up and say fuck you and unite and stand up against corruption and all this fucking bullshit. They have, you know, pushed people into an apathetic, weak, flimsy, fucking bulky, you know, repulsive state of mind. When are you going to fucking stand up? Say fuck you, huh? Well, you don't want to stand up and say fuck you because you've not got a fucking audience. Is that it? People like me never had an audience or anybody interested when, you know, I started this nearly 20 fucking years ago. Or when I started this flat earth stuff nearly 3 years ago. Nobody was interested. My incentive wasn't a fucking audience. My incentive was, what's the truth? What is the situation we're in? How can we resolve it? Wait a wee minute here. Right, that's all right. So aye, it has been a bit of a time for me, to be honest with you, in regards to this whole shit. And it's not that, oh, I need to figure out and see whether the Earth's this or the other. It's bullshit. The Earth's not a cartoon fucking globe, right? The sooner you commit to that and fucking know what you know without dragging yourself in, looking for approval and acceptance from other people and to get involved in a debate with them and fuck them. And these characters that are here online are criminal fucking pieces of crap, right? All they were to me was useful tools. All this talk of Dell's triggered, Dell. See if Dell was really triggered, Dell would have been at your fucking door by now, right? But Dell's not interested in personal beefs because I don't know any of these people personally. Dell ain't triggered by them on any level whatsoever, unless they are opposing truth. So when I display contempt, anger, passion, it's deliberate, it's selected at the right moments and applied to the right things. Okay, fair enough. I flew off the handle a few times. Shit happens. All this talk about being triggered and Dale's triggered, it's not triggered. Anybody wants to meet me face to face, you will not last 5 seconds in a fucking discussion with me. Because you've not got a fucking spine. You don't understand logic. You're not clever enough to understand yourself or the fucking world you're living in. Right? And that goes for these fucking clowns online. So there's no point in engaging with any of them because they're not here for honest discourse. Right? Discussion and progression. They're there to stifle you. To take everybody into a cul-de-sac and go round and round in fucking circles. As we are seeing, same faces, same bullshit, throwing the same shite at each other. Wishy-washy observations. It's nonsense. So, anyway, people, enough of that. How are these? Who's here? PutTube. Jonah Worms, how are you? Luke Marshall, Pat Mustard, Lesia White, Stephen Watson, YouTube, Dale mentioned being triggered and Mark mentions it, lol, Earth to Mark, Alba 100%. Shit. Who's this fucking Mark Taylor? What's the absolute fucking cockroach saying? Listen, you fucking stummy, criminal little prick. Get the fuck out of here. You're no welcome, cunt. Okay? You want to have a fucking discussion with me? You come and fucking discuss it in my face. Get out of the fucking chat box and stop trying to confuse people with your pseudoscience and your religious fucking hogwash. We're no fucking interested. Okay, moron? Get one of these fucking clowns who are professing they're from around this area to fucking come and meet me. See what they've got to fucking say. Get them to fucking grow a set of balls and fucking man up. Let's fucking have them. Where are they? Where are these? Hiding online, faceless fucking potatoes. New fucking rule. If you don't show your fucking face, you're not getting entertained. Okay, cunt? You better fucking hope that I don't fucking bump into you. Fuck off. Right. Where are we sent to make a smoke? Sean Carroll, calm down, mate. Fuck off, you fucking knob. Calm down. Do you not realise the situation you're in? No, you obviously fucking don't. Nobby. Are you right, Jack Dunphy? Fuck the political correctness and fuck these fucking motherfuckers who are trying to fucking suppress and oppress people and twist them into fucking apathetic, confused pieces of shit. Fuck them. Stuart Lundy, that's good to know that there is other people out there that are getting involved in it. You know, back to this, as I put in the title, relations. This whole shill business, I'm fucking sick of it, right? The only thing I'm interested in is identifying people who want to represent the facts and who want actual progress. And that's it from now on in, right? People who want to interact and want to actually engage with others. No people who want to sit and act like they're fucking mystical gurus, right? That never interact with any fucker, right? But sit there and allow the narrative to be that there's some sort of leaders or the top notch of this movement, this, that, and the other. I can't be fucked with any of it. Is fucking skid marks still fucking hanging about in here? Get fucked. You're no welcome. James Gotoliat, Deline from British Columbia. I've been following you for a while now. Everything you say right now is how I feel. Well, good, James. You keep a hold of that. And don't let anybody try and suppress that or knock that out of you. You commit to you. You commit to what you know. You commit to your senses, your common sense, your reasoning. Okay? And fuck them. You don't pander or look for acceptance from any fucking authority. And if anybody is trying to impose an authority over you, fuck them. Spit right at them and tell them to get to fuck. Nobody has the right to rule over anybody. Nobody. The only way that people rule over other people is because people allow it to happen. Now, fair enough, there is people who went through traumatic experiences who end up in that situation, right, because of the trauma. But there's other people who align with it through choice, thinking that they're going to get a wee piece of the pie. I tell you what, fuck you. If you're somebody out there that thinks that you've got hierarchy or stature above anybody, you're a piece of shit, in my opinion. Okay? Nice boy, Hunter. People can decide for themselves by now who is speaking absolute bullshit and who isn't. Well, nice boy, Hunter. It would be good if that was the case, but unfortunately, it just doesn't seem to be the fucking case. Because if people were at that point, none of these fucking morons would have a place. If a shop is selling you shitty bullshit products, you don't go back and keep fucking buying their shit, giving them a place to keep producing it. So the same thing applies with this. Yeah? The people who are talking bullshit are the people who drag you into personality issues, the people who drag you into debates or try and represent debates. This is about objective reality. This is for natural sciences. Substance. You make a claim, you show it. Right? It's very fucking simple. If I say a steel 2x4 is stronger than a wood 2x4, pine wood 2x4, right? I can back that up by demonstrating the actual substance. That's what real science is. I don't make a claim and then misrepresent it and show you a plastic fucking toy or an image on a fucking screen or long-winded explanations. That is the tools of religion. That is the tools of pseudoscience. But again, it comes back to this. People think it has to be more complex because I've been sold this idea that I'm just useless, nothing, and that a big scientist in some institution with PhD and letters after their name and accolades, he knows better than me. No, he fucking doesn't. No, he does not. There are avenues in science that deal with substance that people can have an expertise within. But that expertise is fine, and you may not understand it, but you could pursue it, and you could understand the substance, the avenue that they're involved in, because the substance is self-evident. It can be demonstrated, it can be shown practically, and it can be repeated over and over and over and over and over again to be established as an objective fact. Uncontained, pressurised environments within a vacuum with water clinging round it to wee rocks is no demonstrable. It's not practical. It's hogwash. The only thing propping up is images on a fucking TV screen. That's how, desensitised and programmed and dumb people have become. They think that what they see on a screen is scientific measurable proof. And that again ties into, my feelings of annoyance and pissed off at the whole fucking thing, because it's so skewed, it is so twisted that people just don't fucking get it. Right? You can point it out to them, some people just don't get it. They have such a preferred bias that they will fight tooth and nail to cling on to it just because they're scared. That's a hard thing to get by with people, is their fear. Because fear creates irrational, nonsense behaviours. No, and that's the thing, YouTube, this is what I'm going to be really fucking strict on this year. I ain't interested in any other bullshit. Right, unless, a conspiracy theory or something, some other nonsense in the fucking, the social structure. If it's not a direct experience of yours and you don't experience it directly, fuck up about it. Don't get involved in it. You weren't there. The thing about this is that it's for everybody. James Craig, how can I tell the hemisphere a star trail photo was taken by looking at the position of Polaris to the horizon on a flat Earth? My only contradicting observation to flat Earth. What? How can I tell the hemisphere a star trail photo was taken by looking at the position of Polaris to the horizon? Well, Jamie, I don't want to get harsh, mate, right? But tell me something. Please provide me in the chat box, right? I'm going to scroll at the bottom, and I await anybody to provide me with the measurable proof that you get for the shape of the earth by looking up at the fucking sky, especially when you don't know what you're fucking looking at. You don't know the substance, you don't know where it is, you don't know what it's made of, where it's coming from. It's fucking useless. The question is, what shapes the earth? If I say to you, Jamie, what shapes that cup, but I want you to look up at the sky to give me the measurements of the fucking cup, I don't think you're going to get very far. Do you get it yet? Is it sinking in? Well, get off the fence, Jamie. Reality is what it is. Right? I don't know what's difficult. There's substance in there. That tells you that you're not living on the outside of your fucking globe. So what are you sitting on the fence about? Go and fucking test the substance. Never mind the sky. That's the mainstream bullshitters that are on fucking the internet that are warping your mind thinking that it's relevant. It's not relevant. You don't live up there. You live here. The question is, what shape is the terra firma? The substance that you're standing upon. That means you measure it. That means that you look at the substances, you look at their behaviours, you demonstrate your claims, you demonstrate your findings. You know fuck all about what's up there, because nobody can get to them. Okay? So that should help you to hop off the fence. Because if you're sitting on the fence, you think that there's two options. There isn't two options. Objective reality is only one. So you're either aware of your reality or you're in ignorance of your reality. There's the fence. No, the choice between, will I go with this cartoon globe model that's made of plastic and can't be demonstrated in any practical way, shape or form, or will I go with this other pizza dish cartoon model with a dome that everybody's picking apart because it's a straw man? This is exactly the fucking bullshit that puts good people like myself off, because people just don't understand. Exactly, Marilyn Wisby. I don't know how they can't accept it. Plain common sense. Because they have been entrained into thinking that mathematical abstract nonsense is reality. Practical substance is reality before mathematics. I'll repeat it again. Mathematics is classed as a formal science because it's a language. And languages can be manipulated. Substances are what they are. You can speak a different language from me, and I can demonstrate how water behaves, and you will understand how water behaves because you understand the substance. You do not need language to further that knowing. Exactly, Dire Crow. There is no fence sitting, as I say. You either are aware of your reality or you're in ignorance of it. There's the dichotomy. No straw men models. You know, as I say, the globe's plastic's a cartoon and you only see it on a screen. Can it be demonstrated? Can it be modelled in actual reality? And neither can the cartoon flat earth stuff or concave cartoon stuff. It's a scientific endeavour, which means exploration. Nothing else.
So can I just cut in here, dude, and explain to people that it's not an open platform today. Saturdays is for the open platform. So because I've got mail requests.
Who is this?
Sorry?
Who is it it's asking?
Michael Mensing and T. Roy.
And do we know them?
I don't know them. No, I don't. So
Are they avid commenters? Have they been here before?
T. Roy's been here before, but that's no guarantee, and certainly it isn't a slur on anybody else's reputation. But it's just a caveat that I've got no guarantee on who's who. But what I was going to ask, dude, is the phone open?
Aye, I'll switch it on actually. Aye. Well, if people want to use that option, the reason that we're being cautious right now is obviously because they're trying to shut everything down. So they'll look for any opportunity and get in here and snipe it or get porn on it, whatever, to get another copyright. So I'm having to bite the bullet and shift my stubbornness. And I'm going to ask maybe Des, if you're there listening, Des, to get this OBS stuff sorted out so that, we are immune to the sniping shenanigans. As I say before, purely my stubbornness. Why should I fucking change when somebody else is overstepping the mark? And I am right. In principle, I am right. It's like somebody walking into your fucking house and switching your fucking telly over. They'd get a swift kick right in the fucking stones, bitch slap back out the fucking door. Right? I don't say, oh, well, you should have moved your house or changed this and that. No. That dipshit, moron, criminal cunt should never have stepped over the fucking mark in the first place. That's my attitude. Right? But obviously we are dealing with low-life, pitiful, scummy motherfuckers. So I'm going to have to change. Right? Just purely because they are unscrupulous, scummy, criminal, devious, lying, manipulative, low-life pieces of shite. So people are going to have to put up with that right now until I get the OBS thing sorted out. As soon as that's sorted out, I'll be opening up to every motherfucker. And I'll make a noise. I'll sit here fucking 8 hours a day. Bring it on, scum. Let's see what you've got. And I guarantee you, they'll run away because they can't snipe when they're not going to get their own way. Marilyn Wisby, the water confirmed it for me, Dale. Your explanation, to be honest, 10 months ago. I mean, that should confirm it for anybody. It's a substance. There's people trying to claim that substance behaves, in a way that is contrary to applied, everyday, common sense, knowing, factual, objective reality. Again, it just comes into the leagues of, people are doubting the substances in their objective reality because the images are swaying them. And it's ridiculous. Right, the phone. So if you want to phone in and speak to me, it's 07393 654 544. I'm just going to switch it on right now. Harry Growler, nice to see you there, man. I've not heard from you for a wee bit. Good to see you there, man. Same as everybody else. Good to see everybody there. Right, where am I? Mega Noob, I asked myself how we move forward, but blood would need to be shed to unveil a hidden truth as big as this. We would actually need to fight for it. Well, right now, for me, I see different avenues, as I always have seen a different avenue. I said right from the off, if you doubt it, go and look at the first 2 videos. We can employ the same methods and tools that these dipshits are using to put people in ignorance. Right? Which means we require the different amounts of people, their different personality aspects, as long as people are representing objective facts. Right? And we need people to get involved in a creative aspect, whatever aspect they can, right? And put it out there. What we need is people to unite under the common goal, which is to, challenge the mainstream narrative scientific bullshit. And people need to do that by uniting. As I said before, people talk about the powers that be, Illuminati and all this fucking shit, all the big bad evil dudes and all that. Well, I tip my fucking hat to them, because at least they unite under a common goal, which you might not agree with, but they still get shit done. Well, we're all bickering, and through fear and stubbornness, people want to, you know, take the whole weight of the world on their shoulders, and I'm the main flat earther, and I've been here the longest, and blah, 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 blah. None of that goes on. None of that goes on in the elites or the Illuminati. No, because they know it's fucking fruitless. They identify each other as having common goals, and they unite, and they work through unity, and they get shit done. That's how reality works. So what I would like to see moving forward from here is disbanding all this shell bullshit. Right? All I'm interested in is people who are sticking purely to the science, sticking purely to the facts, the objective facts, and that's all they want to entertain, and that's all they want to get involved in. Right? And if there is people who want to get involved with each other, I'm open to that. Okay? To show a front, to show that we can organise and have a unit. So I'm done with the show bullshit and the hierarchy and the ego of, I'm first, and I've been guilty of it. I've been guilty of it through fear, through paranoia, through no trusting anybody, and clinging onto things like the street activism, and you know, other people are copying, and they're taking it away from me. I went through all that with myself. Right? And again, it's understandable in people, because this is a treacherous thing. It's massive, right? And it's not an easy thing to deal with. Nobody has the perfect answers or the perfect method of how to deal with it all. So people make mistakes. Mistakes are fine. The problem comes is when people don't learn from those mistakes, and they're not willing to resolve and move past them. When they keep wanting to hang on to it and keep divide and separation through stubbornness, through ego, through insecurity. I'm done with it. I can't be fucking bothered with it. I am committed in the pursuit of finding out and establishing exactly where the fuck we are and what is going on. Nothing else apart from the safety and security of my loved ones. Obviously that's there, that's a priority, right? But still on an equal par with that, I'm battling, you know, to pursue this avenue, because it's going to benefit them as well, and me. So there's selfish reasons for why I'm involved in this. But the selfish reasons are not to gain stature and hierarchy and power over others. Right, hang on, I've got a couple of messages here. I'm going to read out and then I'll come back to the chat, see what people are saying. If there's people who are trying to bring proofs or something that you want me to focus on, let me know, right? And we'll just fucking start blootering these clowns. We'll just start, you know, meeting them head on, left, right, and fucking centre, and calling it every time. Mary Crimbo, Scott Kennedy, thank you very much, Scott. Just watch your video raging against Dr. Batchelder and Joe Rogan. Brilliant, mate. Have a great Xmas to you and your family, Dale. Great work. Keep it going. If I can be of any help, just ask. Thank you. And that is Dean Wright. Cheers, Dean. Obviously, these are older messages that I've not seen. The phone's been off. Hi, Dale. My name's Kev. I would like to know when you're live next, as I would like to have a chat on the phone. I'm not very computer savvy and don't have webcam or email or PC. Look forward to hearing from you. Cheers. Kev, if you hear this, you can phone in anytime, mate. Best to be phoning this number when I'm on live, because then I'll probably see it. If this phone is just left switched off and I'm not in the shed, then, you know, I don't have it. It's not a personal phone. It's just a spare one that I have for the live purposes. So if people are sending messages to that and they're getting disheartened because they're not getting a response, I can only apologise. There is no credit in it. It's not there for me to, you know, conversate with people. The open platform on a Saturday night is exactly what it's for. And again, people who are messaging asking us to set up contacts with other people, I ain't no Cilla Black, right? I'm not getting involved in social dynamics, setting other people up and blah, blah, blah. It's not my purpose. It's not my place to do any of that. It's an open platform on a Saturday night. There you can take the bull by the horns. You don't have to show your face. You can come, you can make a phone call, you can try and reach out to whoever it is you want to reach out to, somebody that's local to you, somebody that you want to hook up with, whatever it might be. Right? But I'm no Cilla Black. I'm not going to take a message and go, any bother, I'll phone such and such and set up a meeting for you. I mean, get real. So, and another thing about me, look, I display this pissed off. You know, I've got to have fucking zero tolerance for stupidity, right, and deceit and lies and manipulation. I've got a real hatred for it. I fucking can't stand it, right? So this topic, this huge, majorly the most significant aspect of our existence, I get annoyed and I get irate and pissed off at it. But it's not me 24 hours a day. Oh, missed the call. You'll need to call back again. I just missed it there. Hi Dale, it's Flatty. Hope you and yours are well. It's also obvious, mate, I'm struggling with what else to put out there regarding content. I can't understand how people just don't get it. Hopefully I get some creative motivation soon. Take care. Peace. Chris, just being you, you know, keeping talking to people about it. That's really it. I know, again, people have got this illusion that they think, I don't mean you, you know, but maybe it does relate to you. People think that they're going to come up with some artistic, you know, masterpiece YouTube video that's going to, you know, reach the whole world and it's going to make the mainstream, and it's not going to happen like that. You know, unfortunately, it's just not the case. Grassroots is the only way. You know, genuine people like yourself, me, you know, the other people that are involved, continuing to talk, continuing to keep it at the forefront, continuing to look for every opportunity to drop it in conversation, to poster it, to get it out there in the general public, whatever way you can, right? This online shit is sewn up. It's so difficult to try and make an impact on it. They have got their, you know, agency involvement all over it. And this is where they have their power. Out there in the street, one-to-one, they don't have any power or access to that. Right? So they want to keep you on this. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, it's Stuart Lundy.
How you doing, Stuart?
Yeah, not too bad. I'm just calling just to see if you could do a shout out for if there's anybody in Norfolk in England who might want to hook up and do some activism.
Excellent, Stuart. Well, there you go. That's exactly what we're looking for. So, Stuart Lundy, you're in, was it Norfolk? Sorry.
Yeah, I live in Cromer in Norfolk by the sea, so I get some great observational
there you
visuals
go.
every day of my life. It's really good.
Excellent. So anybody that wants to team up, that lives around about that area, Stuart Lundy has his own channel. He's in the chat box right now. You just need to click on that to go to his channel and send him a message. Try and hook up with him in any way you can, and you know, get a bit of, you know, teamwork happening. Get some observations. Yeah. Sorry, Stuart.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's my intention. So I mean, it's like two people in the town that I live that are totally on board with it, but I'd just like to get the numbers up. And if there's people local, then go for it. Hit me up.
Excellent, mate. Nice one. Well, hopefully.
Okay, anyway, that's a quick call. I've got to dash off now, so.
Cheers, Stuart. Hopefully somebody will get in touch with you, or a few people get in touch with you, bud.
Absolutely, and keep that up.
Nice one, mate. Cheers for phoning.
Cheers, you take care.
Take it easy, bud. Cheers.
Thanks. Bye.
So this is our phone call. Hang on. Hello.
Is that Cal?
Speaking.
Oh, wicked, man.
How you doing?
Am I on you on live now?
Yeah, I'm on live, man. Yeah.
Like, I had a thought about like all those people doing weather balloons and stuff like that up and down.
Sorry.
Why not? You know, like weather balloons, like people send them up to find the cure, don't they?
Yeah.
What, don't you think it'd be a good idea to sort of set about 50 or so a mile apart and send them all up at the same time and sort of gather the footage?
Yeah. Yeah, it would be a great idea, you know, if we could get many people putting them up, it would be fantastic. Me personally, I don't need that observation, but some other people maybe need the observation. So, I mean, it's just as good an idea as any, mate, you know?
Yeah. I'd definitely be willing to throw a couple of setups into it, right?
Yeah, excellent. And do you have a channel or something that people can contact you on?
Sorry, mate. Reed 80 it is from North Wales.
Sorry?
Reed 80 from North Wales.
Sorry, I missed that again, mate. What's the channel name?
It's Route 80 from North Wales.
Can you spell it out for me, mate?
I'll text it you, well, matey.
Right, nice one, buddy, and I'll read it out to people.
Alright, cheers, pal.
All right, bud. Nice one.
Nice one.
You too, buddy. Take it easy.
In a bit.
Cheers. Right, so this is it, you know. I think people get delusional about this whole YouTube thing and think that mass progress is going to be made. And don't get me wrong, you know, there has been certain progress made through using these devices, but it only goes so far. You know, as I have shown and other people have shown, the main impact comes when you remove yourself from this and you get out into the fucking public and you take it to the real world, right? Because, as I say, powers that be, manipulators, any agency with an agenda doesn't have access to your mind directly, you know, or your interactions with people in a private one-to-one or a group, you know, out in the public arena. They don't have access to that. So they can only affect that online. There's many aspects to how they're affecting people. A lot of the aspects come because humans are quite sociable. Humans want to connect with others. They don't want to, you know, realise that there's bad and blah, blah, blah. They just want a peaceful, easy time. And that is being played upon left, right and centre. You see it over and over and over again. And I know that's what's up with people. You know, because they're looking for something to belong. Right? That's fine, but take it offline. Don't depend on it on here. Use it to set up some contacts. Go and fucking meet people. And satisfy that, you know, in the real world, no online. It's only going to leave you feeling annoyed, anxious, empty, frustrated, disheartened, which is exactly what they fucking want. And getting back to the wee story that I shared, which is very touchy, you know, but it's something that has affected me a lot over the last few months. And anybody that comes at me with this fucking crap of what does it matter, right? I'll take you to some fucking people, right? And I'll show you the shit that they've had to go through and are going through. And then you fucking ask me that idiotic question, what does it matter? If it doesn't fucking matter to you, why are you even here in the fucking first place? It obviously does fucking matter to you. But this is the crap that they're trying to throw in there. It's all part of the trying to disband people and disparage people. These psychological operations. The PSYOP. Flat Earth's a PSYOP. Flat Earth's a... No. There is ongoing PSYOPs all through our lives. And every aspect of it that people just don't even realise. The majority of people's thoughts and concepts and ideas of existence and what they call a life have been fed to them. They are not original. They have been born into it, and they have adopted it as being some sort of objective truth that this is the way life is and this is reality. They just don't get that it's an idea.
You've lost sound, Dal. Yeah, I'm getting a report from the chat as well. You've lost sound, mate. You can drop out and come back in and see whether that fixes it. Yeah. Oh man. Upper, can you confirm that? Am I locked on screen? Now, the only thing I can suggest now is that you physically drop out of this. I mean, I'm here, so it will stay running, and then log back into it. And I am locked on screen. You know, something's going on here, Dal, unless you're locking at your end.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Fuck knows what happened there.
Right.
Can somebody just let me know in the chat if they can hear me all right? Aye, people can hear me. Cheers, John. Right, where was I? What was I saying?
Don't know. I got lost in the problem there, dude. So I can't think now.
I was just basically saying, you know, these idiots that come with that daft questions about what does it matter. As I said, I don't know if anybody heard me saying that. I will take you to some people and fucking you can say to them, what does it matter? Right? Did I get to that? But I forget now where I was. So anyway,
that is about as far as you got, don't you?
That's fine. What I'm going to do now, people, is I'm just going to come to the chat box and I'll interact with people in the chat. So anything you want to be brought up, anything you want to point out, any dipshits, globe idiots out there that you want me to focus on, let me hear it. Any other topics, consciousness, fucking spirituality, whatever it is, let me hear it. Scott Box, they can't control us offline meetups is the way forward. Exactly. More and more of that. People networking together offline and building unity that way is much more, you know, productive. Ron Burgundy. Ron Burgundy's just an absolute fucking moron. A faceless potato that's not even worth spitting on. Fuck Ron Burgundy. He's an insignificant fucking knob cheese. You going to say something there, Marshall?
No, just like the bruising ballers back again, and this is the kind of nonsense. Have you seen Soundly's videos?
Fuck Soundly's videos. Right? We have observations that I'm going to show you in a wee minute. Right? One's 40 miles, one's about 50 miles. You can fucking see it all. And there's reflections on the water in front of it. So, how is Soundly getting curvature over a wee short distance on his wee tiny tennis ball? Refraction, refraction, refraction. I thought refraction only was light waves that were refracted when it went from one medium to another. Excuse me, but is the lighting on the fucking air? How are we taking refraction into account? Refraction to me is when get a thing with a bucket of water, put a fucking stick in it, thereby you're now entering another medium, right? And it bends the stick, right? When we're looking at objects far away that we shouldn't see, it's bending up around the curve refraction. They don't even know what they're saying. That's not how refraction works. Refraction is light entering into another medium. So what's the other medium between me and it? Fuck all. What are they saying? Oh, it's beyond the curve and the light's hitting the object and it's going into the water and then the water's reflecting it back up into the sky and it's presenting itself to you vertically and it's a mirage and the mirage has got a reflection in the water underneath and what an amazing fantasy world these clowns fucking live in. Riddle me this, Soundly's ripping the piss out of you fucking idiots with his CGI photos and coverage of proofs. It's fucking mental, lol, not a globe. Exactly, he's just another sophist, deceptive liar. You know, they don't show these observations. They show their observations as say curvature. You must accept it's curvature. Then when people show them observations that are double and treble, what they're observing, excuse, shift the goalposts. If people haven't figured out that these clowns are not there to be honest yet, you're beyond help. Stop giving them fucking attention. I go back to my previous analogy. You don't keep going to a shop that's selling you faulty products. If you do, you're allowing it to continue and sell other people faulty products. Stop paying it any attention. And this is the point again. What is it with these idiotic people who ignore the substances in reality? So when we get back, we're talking about water. We understand its physical properties, its physical behaviours. So they should know that first and foremost, first principles, accept the reality, accept the substance. Therefore, when we then take the next step of observing over the liquid, there's not going to be any misunderstandings and arguments. It's just a progressive discussion and trying to establish what it is we're actually seeing and how it works. Because we know that from the point that we're standing at to the other landmass, the water in between is at the same elevation, it's level. There is no bend where the surface of the water remains bent. That's just fucking lunacy. But these people want to ignore that first principle, that first basic fundamental fact, and start running into nonsensical debates based on, you know, optical phenomena that nobody has an exacting science for. It's just all equations and babble. The refractive index, standard refraction, just stuff that I've made up. We'll call that standard refraction and we'll make it up. How does refraction work? Well, it's when light waves propagate through another medium, right? So why are you even saying refraction? They're just idiots.
Now, apparently I'm still locked on screen, dude. Can you check your console?
It's not showing me that.
Is there a boundary? Is there a white box around me at the bottom of the screen?
Nope. It's
Right.
flip-flopping as we are speaking.
Right, I think there is.
I'm on the watch page and it's flip-flopping as well.
Right, okay. So for some people, I'm still logged, including Magoo. Magoo, try refreshing your page, dude. Right, other people are saying that it's okay. Right, okay, we'll panic over.
Cool. Right. Sick of hearing these names. This Soundly and all these fucking dipshits. They're fucking irrelevant. Alex Dunn, Dell lead Google developer, admits the earth is flat. Does he? Good for him. I'm sorry that's not going to tickle me pink, you know, because I couldn't give a fuck about Google lead developer. He's no different from me, you or anybody else. He's a fucking human being that bleeds and shites, and his shite stinks the same as every other fucker. So I don't need, you know, some, you know, pseudo-intellectual dipshit to say something to then affirm it to me so that I can accept, you know, and commit to my reality. I mean, if you're just sharing information with me, I appreciate it, you know, but it really doesn't matter to me. This is it with people, you know, and I don't mean yourself, but people look for these wee biases because they're too lazy to actually know the reality and understand it for what it is and commit to that through their own endeavours. They align with it because for whatever reason, and then they just look for wee tidbits of bias. Oh, such and such is saying it. Yes, that I can take that, and that affirms my beliefs even more. Don't have beliefs. No. If you're committing to yourself and you're knowing, you will not give a shit about, you know, whether King George VIII or fucking Superman or Google lead developer says this or the other. It's not going to interest you. Chakwa, when a glober brings up refraction, what they're doing is admitting it looks flat and you shouldn't be able to see that on a ball. Exactly. So this is the problem. You know, we are seeing things that you shouldn't see on a ball. So they have to come up with mathematical jargon. No practical demonstrations, no demonstrable exacting science that can be recreated and shown over and over. They just waffle a lot of shite. Because they're part of a religious institution. And their role and their duty is to try and perpetuate the narrative of said religious institutions. In this case, the Globe Cult and all its affiliates, all the people who benefit, all the sub-factions away from NASA who supply components and parts, and they're all in it together. They're all milking it. Right, we'll subcontract to him because he's in our wee crew. Right, you need to make these parts for the rocket that we just fire up and ditch in the fucking sea and meh. So aye, they need to invoke equations and bollocks to try and explain away actual observations. They move the goalposts and think it's okay too because they are the ones doing it, arrogant tossers. Exactly, because they think they're on the big boys team. We're the establishment and we're on the big boys team. We have the sweets. All delusions in their mind. That's how they kind of deal with people like me. Because I don't bend to their illogical, fucking idiotic mindset. I see right through it. And I'm not shy about calling it out. And they can't handle it. They depend on people being intimidated by their sophist bollocks. The reason people get intimidated by the sophism is because people are not doing the work to fully understand the actual subject and what objective reality actually is. So they're depending on others and they're being pulled from pillar to post and being bullied and manipulated and swayed left, right and centre. Suppose Kim-Y wants Soundly debunked on a huge scale. Somebody contact Soundly and ask him to get on the panel. Fuck him. Fuck him. He's irrelevant. I'm going to show the observations very shortly. Show them. And then watch them waffle a lot of shite about bendy light, refraction. So what they're trying to say to you is that there's water in front of you like this. There's a body of water in front of you. Right? It's either that or the lights going into the water, coming back out the water, up round the curve of the earth, and then everything's being presented to you horizontal, vertical, perfect. It's just bullshit. Exactly. Who was that said that? Spirit of Longthorn. People like Soundly love this shit. Just fuck them off easy. Exactly. To say they're only there to try and capture those people who are still no committed to knowing their actual reality and they need somebody else to make their mind up for them. Right? So they look at idols and these people who are professed idols like fucking Soundly, who are only going to be there to contradict and throw an argument against anything that opposes their religious bias. Right? That's what they're there for. Not to honestly look at it and look at all things. As I say, the observations are contradictory, left, right and centre, because the conditions are changing continually. There's so many factors to be taken into consideration that nobody has an exacting science to decipher that and to repeat it over and over again. So it's just all waffle. We come back to the substances again. We're looking over a body of water. Okay, let's first establish and accept the first principles, the facts of how liquid behaves. We know that this point to that point, the water's level. How do we know that? Because it's not flowing away. Fucking simple. Okay, so when the distances are getting longer, we're getting, optical phenomena happening that is being played upon. And it's been pounced and played upon by the globe cult religion. And they're using it and bending it to try and fit their narrative. And that's it. So when people's attentions go there, these clowns know that. And they're just going to oppose and keep battling with nonsense time and time again to sow confusion and doubt even further in that individual's mind. And that's the job. It's done. But people are under this illusion that, no, there's honest discourse and maybe there'll be resolve and, we'll show this undeniable proof and then they're going to have to bend and accept it. They're not going to accept it. You've seen it time and time again. I'm going to show these observations again and they'll just deny them. They'll make an excuse. They'll shift the goalposts. They'll come up with some bollocks. Excuse me, people, I need to go and grab myself a drink. I'm fucking rambling that much. My mouth is like a fucking bit of sandpaper. Marshall, you need to sing a song for a wee minute.
Cheers for that, dude. I'm never going to fucking into this summer. The day will come, dude, where I'll get the bottle up to actually sing on air, and then you'll all have to fucking ask me about something else. It'll be a tap dance or something like that. In fact, tap dancing, there's a fucking idea. I could go for that. What is that behind me? It's a, we'll guess. We'll have a guessing. We'll do guessing instead of singing. Right, pole dancing, that's a step too far, Joe. Well, I'm sorry for the dead air, peeps, because I'm just literally still in the vague zone here, mate. I'm just pleased to see so many people found us on the alternative channel. Was we were a bit concerned there for a minute that we were going to get lost in the melee. No spirograph, dude. Well, this probably is going to have to be a New Year's resolution thing. I'll have to prepare material for recital, shall we say, because I've just literally not prepared at all. As most people know, my function here is just to help things run smoothly. That doesn't include actually presenting anything credible. You want that? I'll have to go off and do that separately.
Right. Have I missed?
Me stalling on air, dude. Nothing much. People asking me whether I'm prepared to pole dance instead of sing. I'm not so sure of. Tap dancing, maybe I'd go for, but yeah. What can I say, Dal? I'm just not. I'm not prepared to do the presenting to people with anything at the moment. So
pole dancing sounds good to me, mate. I mean, as I say, entertainment captures the attention of people, so get that pole and get practicing.
You're not helping me, man. You're not helping me.
West Coast Wisdom, nice to see you there. Off to cook, chaps. Later, enjoy. Hope you had a nice time. Same as everybody I said earlier. Right, where are we at? What's this about the luminaries again? Still people going on about the luminaries. Something that we know absolutely nothing about. They are visibles, they're not tangibles. They are irrelevant.
It was a quiz, dude. It's what's behind me.
Oh, right. Cool. Right.
Just before you start, Dal, Pete, we're not opening up this evening, dude. Saturday we're open. This was just for a presentation of some observations and stuff, and a bit of a rant as well. So, yeah, Saturday should be cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. So what I'm going to have to do here, people, is if you were here to just listen to the rant, fair enough. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up all my things that I need to present these observations. It's purely so that when this is finished rendering, I can edit just that section out and put it on the main channel just to show the observations, the observer height, locations, and the elevation of the land masses and stuff that we're looking at and the distances, just so that it's documented properly, and then people have it there as a reference. You can share it and start showing it to these dipshits and see what they've got to say, because they're just cherry picking the wee observations that they can get a debate and sow doubt in people's minds with. Right? Anything that is too clear cut, they don't want to entertain it, so fuck them. If you're looking for someone to come out next year and make more presence in the town centres, Andy and me from Port Glasgow are in. I'll video it too. Cheers, Del. Stu. Cheers, Stu. I'll be definitely up for some of that, in the very near future, especially as we come back into the spring and the summer again. So it's that the guy that was looking for people in North Wales was Ruddz 80, RUDZ 80, all one. That's the channel name. And don't worry about the nerves, I know what it's like. There's no need for anybody to worry about nerves. We're not here to judge each other on your performance on a live level, you know. Look at him, a bit nervous because he's on live. Look at us seasoned professionals who are sitting here on a high horse casting judgment. Right. Give me a wee second here. I just need to set all these things up. Why is that not there? I uploaded this observation video manager. Ah, there it's there. Sorted. So, just bear with me a wee second, people. Also, I'm going to shut down the Hangout comms thing just in case you message me on there. I'm not going to hear it. It's just so I've got space at the top here.
Yeah, all right, cool, dude.
Shut that. Gyroscopes. Underwater cloaking. Wait. Right. So we need I'm going to be a wee bit distracted here, people, just to get these things set up, so you just need to bear with me.
Well, I'll fill some air with a response to Brenda. Brenda, you just know that's not true. You are basically a troll, and that's the end of it. So,
what is it she's saying? Or he, whatever.
I was trying not to distract you, though. It's the same old. It's the same old nonsense from Brenda. I could beat down in a fair debate. No, you can sit there and harp on and just interject and create confusion, and that's about as far as you get. If you actually had some proof, then perhaps you would like to put it up on your own channel and offer it for presentation, but you don't have any. So
people at Brenda, sorry mate, people at Brenda are mentally ill. Right, Brenda, you need to get offline. Son or hen, whatever you want to be known as, I don't really give a fuck. You're mentally ill. And you keep calling it debate, and I would beat him in a debate because your head's full of broken bottles and wee motors, right? Thinking that you're debating because you're a religious fruitcake, right? That bases your existence on ideas and concepts and other people's fucking stories, right? Objective reality is not up for debate, Brenda. You make a claim, you provide the practical demonstration, you show the actual substance, or you fuck off. You fuck all the way off. Get it into your thick skull. You're mentally deranged and mentally ill. You have been told time and time again, we're not interested in you. Right? You're not wanted. You've got nothing to offer. You're a bullshitter. You're a mental retard. You're mentally ill. Now toddle on, and you keep coming back. A sure sign of your depraved, demented mental state. I don't know how I could make it any clearer for you. Away, toddle off to your droogie pal, buller, and get involved in your wee fake nonsense debates out there, right? Where you get your wee bit of, engagement, a bit of attention, waffling shite back and forwards, sitting there on your intellectual high horse thinking you've somehow achieved something. You're just deranged. You need to be stabilised. You need help. You need support. Stop hanging about with people who are contributing to the detriment of your mental state. It's not healthy for you. It's not healthy for them. You're in a very bad place. Leave the grown-ups to go on with it, to progress, and accept their actual reality that they're living in. You don't want to do that. You and your wee crew are morons. Easy, mate. You've been spanked numerous times and sent fucking packing, embarrassed, made a fool of. And you keep coming back. It's like one of these punch bags that just keeps bouncing back up. Wait till I've got the OBS running and I will gladly spank your wee ass for you anytime you want. Okay? If you want to keep coming and being embarrassed, you can keep coming once the OBS is done. Okay? Okay. Right, where was I? Right, I've got curve calculator, elevation calculator, I've got Google Maps. What else do I need here? I'm going to need kilometres to miles. I think that's all I'm requiring. So, does anybody get anything else to say before I get into this? Because I really want to stay focused on it so that I don't have to do much editing. And before I go any further, I just want to say a wee thanks to Bill in Florida. Bill, I was off of it all through the Christmas period and I just seen your wee message before I started up. So just want to say thanks for that, and you're a good man. It's a pleasure to know you. If you hear this. So anyway, enough of the distraction. Screen share, wait till I get to the right screen. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to identify and show people exactly the two locations that I'm going to be referencing here. So, the first location that I'm going to show is right here. So I'm just going to go to the Street View and show people this. Okay, the point we were at was right here. That is where we were looking from. And just again, for reference, for anybody who's not seen it before, oops, wait a wee second. This is actual Google Street View. Ugh. And through here, you can see the Ailsa Rock. Okay, different day, different conditions. There it is, 40 miles away. Right now, the elevation, which I will check, of where on the street here, there's no much variation from that point here. Right, I'll get them in a wee second. So this is the first observation point. So it's here. Just remember that wee nubbin there. I need to zoom all the way out of this just so that I can get the distance in. Where am I again? Alright, 2 seconds. How do I pinpoint that and leave it there so that I can see it? Bear with me here, people. So it's right here. And we'll just go for that wee marker there, right? So That's the Ailsa Rock there, so people can see it is 63.02 kilometres. I will go to that. 63.2. So that's 39.27 miles. Okay, second destination. Was here. Let me just be direct with this. Just want to make sure I get it right. I think it's run about there, maybe. Maybe off a wee bit here. Just need to bear with me, people. On the wrong street. Right, here. So the next destination is from down here at the shore. And again, you can still see the rock. And one of the observations was this whole peninsula here that you can see extending out to Stranraer. So I'll go back out of here. And that was from there. So measure distance. As you can see, that's 75.74. So 47 miles. Okay. So elevation calculator. Oh, that's not letting me zoom in there now. What's happening? Why is this not working here? What's going on? Where it has changed. The elevation of the last point is 1.2 meters or 3.9 feet. Okay, so camera on the tripod was 2 feet. I was being generous the last time. I think I've went too far up the path here. I have actually. So we'll give it 3 feet just to be generous, and we'll say 6 feet maximum elevation height. So the first one was, right, so 47 miles. Earth curve calculator. 6 feet. That was, oh shit, 47. But again, you can see here, 6 feet. This is from the Ardrossan point. 47 miles, 1,291 feet of curvature. So people need to remember that. I need to go back to my Google Maps just to get the distance again. Oh, what's going on? I'm in the wrong place now. Shit, have I just shown that fucking link, haven't I? Have I just shown the link, Marshall?
I'd have to replay to see that. I was busy in text stuff.
I think I did. Do you know what? I'm going to have to stop there, people, because I just made a mistake and showed the link to that. So I'm going to have to reschedule to do this observation thing, people. I fear that somebody is going to come in any second and snipe the fucking hangout. What do you think, Marshall?
I think run with it, dude. And if somebody turns up, we'll just have to do it for a third time.
Well, if they play porno on here, you know, this is going to get the copyright strike as well.
Right. Yeah, I see the point. Yeah. So there's no way of mitigating that, though. And this is the deviousness of these idiots. These Brett. Now I've got Brenda as well. Well, what do? We got 350 people here that are all eager for the information.
You know what, people? I'll just end this broadcast and I'll start up another one in 5 minutes. All right.
Right. I'll keep the chat box open, dude, and I'll link people across.
Right. Cool. Give me 5 minutes.
All right, dude. Well, okay, peeps. So if you hang into the chat box, I'll throw the fresh link in for you.
Cool. I'll be back in 5, mate.
Cheers, man.